What are your names?
Anthony D. Williams.
Todd Stoner.
And why is Occupy Milwaukee important to you both?
For me personally, it's a chance to bring light on a kind of touchy subject that's been going on in America for centuries. You know, it didn't just start. So it's a chance to bring light on a really important subject and also bring unity to the people and get the message through to America, you know, that extra 1%. That the 99% will no longer stand for the things that have been going on in America that brought us to where we are right now as far as a recession.
Occupy Milwaukee, I mean, it's important for me for a number of reasons, but it's educating the masses about the massive inequality that's going on, unbelievable corruption, the connection between corporations, big business, and big money with politics, and it's working. I mean, we have wide support despite what you could see on corporate media. The vast majority of the people in Milwaukee agree that things are messed up, that there's far too much money in the hands of the 1%, and that we, the 99%, need more voice. And it's giving them, as this park has, a location to have these discussions, to get income inequality, which should be, and the lack of jobs and unemployment, the forefront of the media, back in the front of everyone's consciousness. And I believe it's working, and I hope it continues to grow.
Do you guys think that Milwaukee has a unique opportunity, being the fourth poorest urban area in the country, to really show what economic inequality means to the rest of the country?
Yeah, I definitely believe we have an opportunity to do that. One of the main reasons Milwaukee is the #1 most segregated cities in America. Poverty, you know, playing a huge role in the segregation. The way our city is built as far as demographics, all the poor people are in one place, all the rich people are in another place. And just using that model as a model that America can see that this is why we're poor. You know, it's such a big disconnect between the 99 and the 1% that Milwaukee is the perfect place for this movement because it's needed all across the country. I wish they were doing it in every single city, but you know, these are the effects of the 1% owning all the money. Milwaukee specifically, if you think about teen pregnancy, if you think about HIV and AIDS, you know, all of the things that are you know, continuously holding us down, you know, as a people in America. You know, it all goes back to that 1% owning the money and the 99%, you know, just kind of being like, oh, wait for that shit to trickle down.
Yeah, the inequality in Milwaukee is astonishing. One of the poorest area codes in one of the poorest zip codes in Milwaukee has higher infant mortality rate than the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, on Lake Drive, we have multimillionaires living only a quarter of a mile away from extreme poverty. So, I mean, Milwaukee, we had an amazing first day, and I think we could see the outrage from yesterday. We had 3,000 people at our kickoff event, which was an amazingly diverse group, which is unique for these rallies in a downtown inner city. So without a doubt, the frustration of capital and the 1% controlling 40% of the income when 1 of 6 of the children in the country, and far more, about 1 1/4 of the children in Milwaukee go to bed with a hungry stomach, is clear, and it's coming out. And Occupy movement is giving these people a way to express that frustration and stand up.
So do you think the beginning of Occupy Milwaukee yesterday is going to lead to more of a sustained movement in the city?
Yeah, most definitely. What was so beautiful about yesterday, once again, was the diversity of the groups that came. There was all ages, all races, all sexes, all genders. We believe that we can continue to use that momentum to move forward, to make it larger. 3,300 people is good, but we want the entire city behind this movement because, you know, 99% of Milwaukee is part of the 99%. So we definitely want to continue to move forward. It's not going to be an event. It's nothing like that. It has to be a movement. It has to be ongoing.
So we work on a very direct democracy format, which if you were to sit through our General Assemblies, you could learn is a process and is something we're learning. But without a doubt, I see this continuing. I hope that every Saturday there is some other large event. And what's very exciting about this is Milwaukee is not a very organized city in the sense of grassroots efforts. Unlike Chicago and New York, where there is a large base of activists that can come out, Milwaukee does not yet have that, and I think Occupy Milwaukee movement is helping create that structure. And you could see yesterday that from a Facebook page that was put up 3 weeks ago, dozens of groups came together for the same common cause, and that's that enough is enough. Wealth isn't too much way too concentrated when there's such severe poverty in our city.
And how do you guys relate what happened in Madison in the spring to what's going on now?
So I think that what happened in Madison was a huge showing of what people power can do. At one point there was 180,000 people at the Capitol. It was an amazing showing of an education of the masses of Wisconsin and the country of what people can do when they come together. And I think that kicked off this concept of resistance, of protest that has spread throughout the country, and in particular of occupation. We occupied the Capitol in Madison for about a month. And it continued to spread now throughout the state and obviously throughout the country, and now the world, with hundreds of thousands protesting in cities throughout Europe.
It was really just a beautiful blueprint on actually how to show you what the power of the people can do. Like he said, that month-long occupation of Madison was instrumental, I believe, in starting the Occupy Wall Street movement. But more importantly, it showed us here in Milwaukee that, we will stand up for our people, we will stand up for each other, and we will stand in unity. So that was an extremely important piece for that.
Is there anything else y'all would like to add?
In considering Madison, what is really special and different about Occupy, the base that came out in Madison were middle-class white families who had been hurt by Scott Walker. The poor have always been poor, and it wasn't Occupy Milwaukee is not a Democrat versus Republican thing. This is a mass of people who are against capital controlling our lives and the centralization of wealth. And the diversity that you could see here yesterday shows that difference. People are coming out from poor areas of town who have been marginalized and put down for decades and centuries, and are becoming a part of the Occupy movement. And that is a very big difference that would happen in Madison, and I think that's where this needs to continue to spread. It's difficult and much more challenging to get people who have always been put down to come out, but the Occupy movement is appealing to that base, and I think that's really powerful. And if that were to continue, this can turn into a large uprising to really bring about change in our country and the world.
From my point of view, I think it's real good. Once again, it just reiterates the unity, because from my point of view, again, middle class and upper middle class, they weren't affected as much as the lower class and below poverty. So now they're in a level of discomfort where they're ready to join poverty and all fight one. And I think that's extremely important, although I wish, that the middle class and upper middle class would have been there, before they start losing their jobs. I definitely understand that it's extremely important that we do fight together, that the unions fight with the poor, the underemployed and the unemployed. Everyone has to fight together for this to actually make an impact on a community. And one thing that he said, it was important that, Milwaukee is so different than every other city in America. Even with the demographics and the logistics of it all, I really feel like this is going to be special, to the Occupy movement in general throughout the world. I think Milwaukee can really make a statement.
Can I have one last thing? So in Madison, again, we were attacking Scott Walker and his bill. Here, we're attacking We Energy, we're attacking Chase Bank, we're attacking big business and capital that control those politicians. And they control Scott Walker just as much as they control the Democrat. We're going after who is really in control, and that's big business and capital, who have marginalized the poor and have centralized wealth in an unbelievable way, and that's again where we hope this will continue to go, which is taking the fight to really who are in charge, and that's capital and big business.
Getting to the root of the problem.
Right.